Well, hey guys, it's Halloween weekend.
Halloween!
Where we're going to discuss John's hair.
Whoa.
Welcome to the damn show.
Hey!
Hey guys, it's Halloween weekend.
Hair.
Yeah, I forgot that.
I got an evil
It's been a little while since we did the live show, and
yeah,
I got a haircut, didn't I?
Yep, it's already been talked about on the chat.
Has it?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and we tried the Facebook thing, and we got dinged on it. They immediately shut us off because of we violated. It must be that copyright-free song we've been using forever on there.
Yeah, the intro music or something must be questionable.
Yeah, it's a free source. It's like a very common free source sort of material. That's why we chose it. One of the reasons, and it's peppy. But yeah, that's crazy. So, but they dinged us. So it may be days before we can use the Facebook Live again. They are so picky. It's weird. But anyway, but today we're joined by Jackie as always, and my mom, yay, and Jack's in here too. Are you excited about Halloween, buddy?
I'm going to a party at Vivian's.
Yep.
Going in this costume.
What costume?
And it may be hard to hear, Jack. You may have to speak up, darling. He's had laryngitis this week, bless his heart.
I like gummy bears.
Bad for him, but good for us.
Yeah. I know it's been so quiet around the house this week.
I know. It's been awesome. I mean, terrible.
We missed it.
Of course, we've got a dog that never barks or whines or growls in her entire life, and this week Jack's been
when
clipped.
a dog was on her ear.
Yeah, she's made a because a puppy was crawling all over her face. That's right. She made like, what? Why is this puppy on my face?
What?
So, okay.
But it is Halloween.
So it's been a while since we last hung out with everybody. So it's good to be here. We've been on the road a bit. October was nutty. But
yeah, we counted it up. We've only been home like 4 weekends since May.
Yeah.
Like the entire time since May, and I mean we're home during the week quite a bit, but here and there. But yeah, but we're home for a week or two.
Yeah. Yay.
Where are you going after that?
Virginia.
Oh yeah, and Virginia is actually going to be really cool. If there's anybody in Virginia, and Roanoke, it's a talent. Yeah, of course. If there's anybody in Virginia, there's probably a few people in the state. And imagine that. No, but it's Roanoke, Virginia, which is an amazing town. I love that town. And every year they have a thing called a talent challenge for charity, where they raise a crazy amount of money for charity, but they do it in the most fun, interesting way. It's so much fun. So we were there last year, and we're coming back this year. And
yeah, they have different people come out and dance, and they get voted on, and so it's in the the local news channel comes out and does a comedy skit, and they
last
get
year
voted on. That was hilarious. They rapped. That was really
fun.
Yeah,
they had a rap, and that sounds horrible, but it was actually hilarious. They did, and if you can pull it off, it's awesome, and they really pulled it off. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, but we went to New York, and we got to stay at the Ritz, which is weird. Really felt like we were kind of
that was
posing
funny.
a little bit,
Yeah,
like you had to dress up to go downstairs. Like,
I know, just to hang out in the lobby. I went in there. It was funny because the whole time I'm in there with like my dirty Converse because it's the shoes I wear every day, and I'm like, I feel weird.
I feel like I need to wear a dinner jacket, or I'd get wrestled to the floor like, oh, here's a riffraff. Get him out of here before the guests see him.
He's clearly homeless.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you've ever like gone to Manhattan and stayed in a hotel. Even like the $80 hotel rooms in Manhattan are tiny closets. And this company, the people that had us out, put us up there, and the bathroom in this place was probably the size of other hotel rooms we've stayed in, and it was so big. It was so big. I took a pano and put it on Facebook. I was like, "This is nuts!" It was crazy. And they had people that would come by at like 3 that just to ask you if you wanted chocolates. They would come by your door. I was like, "Man, I could hang out here."
Yeah, that was.
You did have a lot of chocolate.
It was awesome.
It was nice though. And the talk that I was doing, Rudy Giuliani was going on right before me, so I like to tell people he was prepping the room for me.
Yeah.
But he was going in there.
Warming up the crowd.
Yeah, he was getting the crowd warmed up, but it was interesting though, just the whole thing, and I mean we can't afford to stay in a place like that, but it was the company that brought us out, and they had it at the Ritz, so they put us there, and then one of the dinners they had when we were there, it was at supposedly the fanciest restaurant in Manhattan, which, golly, and of course we're the type where Jackie's in there with her iPad mini, and she's like, I can't help it, and she started taking pictures of the ceiling and everything.
Well, the ceiling was painted like the Sistine Chapel. It was a huge dome, the building was huge. It wasn't a little restaurant. It wasn't.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, it used to be like if you way back in the day, if you wanted to travel to Europe, you had to get on an ocean liner. So it was one of the places where you would do that. And it was back in the time whenever they would build train stations, like it was a cathedral, and they would build ocean liner, like places where you bought the tickets, like huge cathedrals. And of course, people don't do that much anymore. Like we don't take the huge ocean liners like that to go to Europe. So they weren't using the building, and this restaurant went into it. So it's just this, I don't know, it was a really interesting experience. It was just,
this restaurant was the train station?
Yeah, it used to be. It was just a restaurant, but it was weird. This is another time where we felt like we're definitely, in a whole different genre or a different, like we've stepped into we're like flies on the wall because we're leaving. We decided to leave a little early. Everybody was great and all that, but a lot of people at our table left, and we thought, well, let's go because it was our last night in Manhattan, and we wanted to go and see some of the old buildings, some of the old places. So we left a little early, but the people there, like the co-check people, it was like a little army. There's all lined up in it, just ready.
It was a line of people. It was so weird.
And they were all like quiet and just lined up like they were an army and just waiting for for the stream of people to come out. It was just then Dorman. Like how many people can open a door for you? I don't.
And
Jack, 4 or 5.
And Jack got a snow globe. He wants to show everybody. Here, I'll show it.
Here, do you want me to put it?
I'll put it right here.
Oh, cool.
There's the Liberty statue in front.
Yep.
It's the green.
How
thing.
pretty.
Yeah, so that was fun.
Oh, Jack, that's cool.
So I should say.
Can I say a fact?
Yes.
The Liberty statue. That was called. It's been a long time
Statue of Liberty. Yes.
Statue of Liberty. It's been a long time since I talked about it.
Yeah.
What about it?
It used to be the color of a penny, but over time it got moldy. Like it used to be the color of a penny, but then it got like all green and rusty.
Wow.
I didn't know it used to be the color of a penny.
Interesting.
Copper.
And it's green, and then they said in a ton of years it's gonna fall apart. They said they were saying if humans if human race went away, like just extinct, like poof.
Yeah, poof.
Okay, poof. Just went away. Liberty statue started going poof.
Oh yeah, if we weren't here to take care of it.
Yeah,
nobody would maintain
very
it.
Planet
How
of
would
the
they
Apes.
maintain it? Do you know?
I think they, like in the 80s, remember they had that big restoration? It was the 80s, and school kids all across America started donating pennies and things that, I don't know, collecting money to restore it.
Oh, yeah.
They had that big, and it was covered by the huge structure for a long time.
Okay, so let's get, okay.
Cool.
So
Are we getting back to my hair?
Yeah.
Because that's clearly
Yes, clearly the issue at hand. So John cut his hair. It was needed. It was constantly in a bun. And you have such nice hair.
I don't know about that.
It was. I love the new haircut.
Oh, I do too, but I don't know
Thank
that
you.
you needed it.
I don't know.
So-
You need to have like a 6-pack down here and biceps for a man bun. So I think this. No, it's nice. So it was long for so long, and I didn't really intend to grow it out. But I'll probably let it grow again.
Yeah, you go through these stages.
I do, but I was good though. I was going to cut really, really short, like shave it and then donate the hair. But I was talking to Sam. Was the person that cut it, and she was like, I don't know, it wasn't the right length, and it was too fine.
Well, and one interesting fact is if you cut your hair for Locks of Love, they charge the people that want the wigs, like even though you're donating it, they charge upwards of $1,000 for the wig.
A different group though.
Yeah, but if you do it for there's an organization called Wigs for Kids. Those wigs are given to the cancer patients. So just for PSA out there, good to know. But
when you said what was it called again? The bug.
Man bun?
Man bun.
When you said that a minute ago, it reminded me of when you said it as a weird word. With this weird word, I was thinking of I almost said I was trying to say my mom was talking. I tried like right in the middle. Dad stopped
What'd
talking.
you think, buddy?
Come on, monkey, spit it out.
What if you thought
Oh my
something?
gosh.
Was it?
What were you thinking?
Well, I was thinking. I was gonna say my man buns can make muscles. My man buns are
Yes.
muscles.
Okay, muscles.
Well, that was worth waiting for. Thank
All right,
you.
Thank goodness you got
let's
your
get
voice
back. Let's bring it back together. We've got some people chiming in. Kim Sim is with us. Uncle Joe's with us. Hold on.
Oh, hey.
Valerie's with us.
Hi, Joe.
So they're just hanging out and chatting while we're doing this. So I earlier posted on your Facebook, John, the drawing of what you're going to do tonight with a, asking if anybody recognized it. So I don't know anybody out there in the chat if they saw it.
There were some good guesses.
Yeah, there
haven't
was.
seen
There were
it.
some great guesses.
What is it?
You know, I really want to get started on this.
Well, okay, so
I mean, I know. I've been the one talking, but I was just thinking,
so let's do this. So I'm going to go over to the close-up cam.
okay.
Good. I want to see
I
this.
I won't say what it is, though. Okay. How about
Okay,
that?
you're just going to start laying stuff down?
I'm gonna start laying it down.
Let's
yeah.
do this.
So, but one of the reasons for this is sort of I almost said what it was. I'm not so bad at this. This is why I don't run a game show. And the answer is, who wants to play? I don't know. The reason for this picture though is Halloween, so we want to do something a little Halloween
Death
kinda.
inspired.
Yeah, death inspired and all that.
It's a skeleton.
You could hold it up slightly to the camera and shift it a little bit so that they could see the drawing.
No.
So nobody's gonna.
Oh, I see
Yeah.
it. Wait,
Yeah.
do it again. It looks like a tiger.
Oh, it looks like a skeleton tiger.
Ooh,
that'd be
getting
cool.
warmer.
Well,
Skeleton.
Oh,
Okay,
wait.
so
Buffalo head.
okay, so let's all right, so John, you want to tell us what you're working with?
yeah, I was just.
All right.
You betcha. Right now, I'm just laying down some. I normally draw with the white lines or black lines, and this I went ahead and laid down some white lines, and so I've got those down, and it's just a guide. It's an idea for I put the lines down a little while ago, and it was an idea of what I wanted it to look like, but it doesn't really matter until I get the black lines on there. So it was just sort of a guide, an idea for me to block it in, to get some shapes. And some of it I knew whenever I was drawing it with the white paint. I thought, I don't know, I think I'm gonna change some of this, but that's okay. It's it's part of the process. So right now I'm just putting in some black lines, and even that can change, and it probably will. One of the nice things about painting is that you can do whatever you want. Really, I mean, you can. Sorry, I'm putting these lines now, so it looks like it's permanent. It doesn't have to be. But I put down the white lines too. A lot of times if I'm painting in my studio, I won't necessarily keep switching from white to black. Well, I do actually. There's no rule. It's whatever works for you. I went ahead and marked out a little bit before this, because I wanted to try to get this painting going a little bit quicker tonight. So I worked on it earlier.
So, how long do you think something like this will take you to finish?
I'm hoping.
You can do it in this hour?
Well, it'll be really close to this hour. Actually, I'm gonna stop here for a second. I've got some of that marked down, but I wanted to do the background before I did this, and I got so excited about doing the bull that now I'm wondering, or the thing.
Well, you are really bad at this.
gosh.
Mystery.
You are really bad at this. How about this? How about if you keep blocking it in with the black,
Yeah, I'll go ahead and block it out. I'll do
And
the
then-
background after.
and then maybe take a palette knife of thick paint to it somewhere. I don't know. I always like your thick paintings.
That looks like
Well, to do the palette knife though, it helps though if you have a little glazing. If you have unless it's going to be white, which it could be. I found it's nice if you're going to do some thick paint with a palette knife to go ahead and do an underpainting of a color,
Yeah.
that color or a similar color. Because a lot of times with the palette knives, you just get these bubbles and things stuck in it. And oh no, I'm getting paint everywhere. That's okay. I'm dripping it. But But yeah, it's Halloween weekend though, man. I can't believe.
So I'll put a question out there to the crowd. Is anybody dressing up for Halloween? Let us know in the chat and we'll talk about it. I am dressing up as a mom who is exhausted taking her child around town.
Oh boy.
Well, you should actually dress as someone.
I should actually dress up. Gosh knows I have enough costumes.
Yeah, like you have the Chewbacca costume.
I have Chewbacca pajamas. I could totally wear that. Although it could be kind of hot.
Probably won't be.
Well, those are comfy.
They are really comfy. If it's chilly outside, I'm doing it.
Oh, guys, I want to...
Well, you know, because winter is not waiting.
Winter is not waiting.
I want to say really quick, too, next week we're going to try something a little bit new, we think. We think we're going to be able to do it next week, and it's a different way to do the show. So what we're doing is we're thinking about maybe making the show more like an hour long-ish. Just like about an hour, where it's sort of we'll go down there, we'll show some art techniques, we'll do some things, and it's more of a regimented kind of show. But then after that, for anybody that wants to hang out, it'll be more of a looser show. But we're also thinking about having some other artists in and maybe doing like theme nights where we'll actually have live models in here. So we could do like a Roaring Twenties, or we could do a Star Trek theme where we have people that are actually here dressed as as a character.
Yep.
Or something, and then we can have people that are just sketching, people that do painting, and have some local artists and whatnot come in, and have a little bit of fun with it, and kind of loosen it up. So the first hour would be kind of like the normal hour. There might be a couple other people here sketching and stuff, so we have other people's art to look at, which would be fun, and more like an art class, where you go in and you get to hang out with other artists that have the same interest and seeing what they're up to. And then I'll be painting as usual, but just trying to make it a little bit, I don't know, a little bit interesting.
Interactive.
Interactive, and that's kind of the part of the fun. I don't know, like one of the things I started showing was to meet other artists and to be around other people and hear what they have to say about it, their ideas, so that I think it could be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So we're going to try that next week. We're going to put a thing on Facebook. We're going to start a group. So if anybody's in the area that wants to come and hang out, with it, and, if you're into art, if you're into sketching or photography or painting or sculpture or any of that, you can come, and if you're an artist in the area, you can show your work live, and if you're not an artist in the area, you can still send your artwork in, and we'll show it live here. But, but if you're in the area, it'd be cool to actually have you here, or if you're visiting. We had some people from New Zealand come in a couple weeks ago, I guess. New Zealand?
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. I should say, Kim is not dressing up. Valerie says that she always wears her cloak and witch hat to hand out candy, which is awesome.
Cool.
Kim said they don't get enough kids to make it worth it. And then Valerie asked, which is a great question, if we finished the studio. And I should say that John built the stage like 2 days ago.
I did. I've been slowed down. I've had a little trouble with the epilepsy this week, and actually quite a bit. Feel a lot better though. It's just one of those things, and so I got slowed down. So I'm gonna, but I was hoping to have a little bit more. But it's actually everything's kind of ready to go. Really, we have the stage, we have the lights, we have all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So that was kind of the. I mean, now that we've been home.
Not being here has been a bit of a thing.
Yeah, so now that we're home, the stage is built. We've got everything kind of like coming together and organized, and then we're gonna probably coordinate some stuff. So I do want to say about like it's sort of the Drastic Art Members Club. If you're not a friend of John on Facebook already, then friend him. Or follow the Facebook page. I mean, any of the social stuff, because we'll put it out there, and then just ask to like join the Facebook stuff, and then you can get in the group. Even if you don't live like around here, it'll at least give you an idea of like the members in town that might be in the studio for that live show or whatever. So definitely stay connected. Is what I'm trying to
and also
say.
being a part of that group, we can also share artwork on that group too, and we're gonna be doing that on Instagram too. One of the big things with this is that I don't know. We started this channel, and it's all like to link back to the website and kind of make a forum and a way for all of us that are into art to be able to share our stuff and to be able to talk about it, and if we're going somewhere, to let people know, and that we would meet up and and just share our stuff.
Yeah. Well, and Jack was raising his hand over here.
I was thinking, we have a stage over here, and I was thinking, why don't we set it up every time we have like a holiday?
Mm-hmm.
Like a Faves holiday?
Mm-hmm.
And we have a black stage over here, but why don't we like dress it up like next Friday?
Uh-huh.
Like whoever comes in, like right now, like people that's on the live show, like whoever.
Yeah.
You can, if you're dressing up.
So they sit on the stage?
Like we could take pictures of you on the stage.
Oh,
and
that'd be
you
cool.
can just get them for free like that.
Oh, so a little photo shoot session
I
going
didn't
on?
get your name. The girl that had the witch hat.
Valerie, yeah.
Valerie. Like Valerie could probably be like.
Yeah. If she didn't live so far away, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Valerie, how about
You're
getting
always
on-
welcome,
How
Valerie.
about getting on your broom and flying over? Right.
But
Jack?
yes, that's the general idea. Good call, Jack. The idea is that from week to week, we'll have people on the stage, like a model with like a camera on them, so people can draw, and then also little like photography sessions. Like maybe my brother's a fantastic artist. We know a ton of like really great artists, so we would have them in to show different techniques. So that's really.
He's okay. Just kidding. I love Andy's
He's all
work.
right. He's all right.
He's all right.
You're beating him at fantasy football. So
Oh, that's right. That's true. I think it's Roma Cookie. I beat him. I'm number 2 in fantasy football right now.
Okay, so
Andy's awesome. Yeah, man, I would love to have Andy in here and just do a whole episode on Andy's art because he does incredible stuff. And he's really cool. I mean, the neat thing about Andy too is that he's taught art for around 20 years, and he's done so many different things. But you can ask him about all this sort of stuff, and he will just tell you everything. It's just really interesting.
So you're saying he's a good teacher?
He's a really good teacher, and he's like, he really is. It's just learned so much from him.
watch the back of your head, babe.
Somebody thinks you're doing a satanic goat.
Old Unc says he thinks it's a goat or Satan.
Satan?
Awesome. Well,
I would go with neither.
I think you said what it was a minute ago, didn't you?
well.
It's giving it away.
Yeah,
if
well, I
anybody
gave it away,
caught
but if y'all didn't hear it, because, I'm a mumbler, so I might have mumbled it. But even what I said, though, there's a little more to it, so that's okay.
Donkey.
Valerie said she'd be here, but her broom doesn't have that sort of mile range.
Well, okay.
Wait, where does she live?
Flagstaff? I get,
Arizona,
there's a couple
maybe?
people that I get confused. Valerie, where do you live?
When you said
Where you
Flagstaff,
I know that
it's
it's Flagstaff or like Illinois. I don't.
I thought it was Colorado.
Oh no, no, I don't know. No, I don't know. I know Kate. Anyway,
Maybe
I know
she'll
some
tell
people-
us.
okay.
Where is she?
So-
Where are you?
Flagstaff. I was right.
Oh.
Flagstaff.
Flagstaff makes me.
You should have said it with authority. That way you should have owned it.
Yeah, I should.
Flagstaff, definitely.
Nice view of the top of your head, John.
I know, but it's either paint quick or paint pretty. I'm free. Hey, Jack.
So, what, without giving it away, what inspired the painting? Just the idea of something
Dead.
Well, here.
dead.
Here, I'll put it over here. It's funny, like, whenever you have trouble with, I don't know, any kind of health thing, it makes you feel kind of hemmed in. And I've had a great week. I was able to teach at the Dallas Museum of Art, able to do workshops with some homeschool kids that are just one of my favorite things. And last week I was able to work with Alzheimer's group, the Meaningful Moments up there, and man, that has to be one of my favorite all time. And then we had the art
Working with
festival in
Alzheimer's?
Richardson. I'm sorry.
You worked with people with Alzheimer's? Is that what you said?
And that was, I love that group. And I know it was a lot of fun. And last weekend we were in Richardson for a festival, and it was the last festival for the year. And then this week I've been having a lot of trouble with the epilepsy, and not like any major seizures or anything, but a bunch of little ones, and it just makes you really tired, and you know, and you just feel like it's sucking your time away, and you know, like it's just stealing stuff away from you. So I'm doing this, and I just wrote. I don't know if you can tell it or not, but I think I kind of messed the E. I'll have to clear it.
Oh, it's an Indian on top of a bull.
Liberty.
I think
that a
some
man?
people are cluing into it.
Is that a man?
I'm not gonna give it away.
Indian head, nickel. Oh.
Oh.
Cool.
So not only should I say John got his hair did, but I did as well, people. I don't know if you can tell. Here, let me see if I can get some curls. Okay, these are my roots, and they're darker, obviously. That's like a horrible, dirty blonde. But anyway, I got it silver.
It doesn't look as silver tonight.
Well, it's fading. It's not a permanent color. But okay, my sister-in-law does my hair. She's fantastic. She's an artiste of the hair. But the colors she used are semi-permanent, just because we were kind of seeing if we liked what was going on. Because she put silver here and then like a smoky gray here. And then the smoky gray has kind of faded, but the silver is still there, but it's a little gray right now. But I have silver shampoo.
Color.
I kind of dig it too. I mean, it's different, and if I do my hair, it looks meant to be that way.
I was thinking too, and this is just me, but I thought with the silver, and you're doing sort of a reverse ombre with it. I thought it'd be kind of cool if you could add other color in with it too, because you have the silver, so you could have some pink or purple. Not anything like crazy.
Maybe
it
she
could be crazy.
This color.
You work in the art world. You can do whatever you want.
True.
I guess, but I mean,
Valerie has silver streaks. See, it's cool. But yeah, I mean, yes, because like she gave me some shampoo that's very particular to the color. So like if you use that shampoo, it'll constantly color your hair. It's like viral.
Really?
Viral or something. Yeah, it's really cool because I can tell in one wash that it puts the silver back in. It's a little bit more vibrant. Yeah, I'll show you the bottle. But
different colors for different colors.
Yeah, like Sam has purple hair, and her hair is like dark, almost black, but she's got purple undertones, and it's gorgeous. It's like when the light catches it, it's like vibrant purple.
That's like a major breakthrough, because that's the major thing with colors.
Yeah,
they fade.
I've been a fan. I'm a fan. So I've been using that. If you let it sit in your hair and use it as your normal shampoo, it's supposed to be really good. But anyway, so I don't necessarily work for the man. So I can color my hair any color, which is awesome. So right now,
John, you're not a man.
Silver. I work for John. So there you go.
There you go. You work with a man.
I'm neither man nor woman. I'm artiste. I don't know what that means, but I'll try to turn it into a good thing.
Yeah.
I would have sprayed myself.
Oh, why? Okay, so.
So I'm just continuing to put this stuff down. Stuff called paint, I guess I should say, but
I have
these lines. Yes, ma'am.
I was going to say, have you ever accidentally drank your paint thinner instead of your drink? Have you?
Oh yeah, he does it all the time.
Well, that could explain seizure activity.
Explains a lot, doesn't it? Well, that explains a lot.
Not really.
That's where.
You have done that?
Well, oh yeah, it does not taste like rainbows.
Ugh,
and I should say, actually, next weekend, it's kind of ironic because I hope to have this painting done by now, but it's a painting to be donated to the Epilepsy Foundation.
Mm.
And we're going to a thing. I'm giving the keynote next weekend at Lone Star Park in Fort Worth, where we're going to give the painting and we're going to do a live auction. But the painting I was hoping to show it to you guys tonight.
You should show it.
Well, it's not done.
Well, yeah, but you could show it and explain what you're going to do next.
Well, I'll show you guys. I wouldn't. But I wouldn't show other people. I'll show you guys because you guys will know like that. This is just.
This is the underpainting before highlights to everything.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So what it's going to be is a cowboy. It's at Lone Star Park. That's a horse racing place, and and it's a dinner and stuff, but it's going to, all the money is going to help raise money for the Epilepsy Foundation, which is ironic because I haven't finished it yet because I'm having trouble with it this week. So they need to get on it, man. They need to figure that out.
How neat.
But it's gonna be a caddy and a caddy. Oh my
jockey?
Oh my goodness, a jockey. Yeah. I'm gonna merge football and golf and horse racing. There's gonna be a jockey with a horse, and then behind him is a cowboy. They're both racing. Sort of we're in Texas here, so and it's being Fort Worth is the most western of Texas. I mean, my goodness, it is. The Fort Worth Stockyards.
Don't
it has
let
the oldest
people
rodeo.
in Dallas hear that.
No, I mean, people in Dallas know it. They have the oldest rodeo, like ongoing rodeo, in anywhere in the world. It's just incredible. But it's all about cowboys and stuff. So I thought, since it's going to Fort Worth, have the cowboy, have the jockey, and then I'm going to use a paint knife, and do some texture down here and change this. This is just the undergoing.
You're going to donate that?
Yeah, it's going to go to raise some money, I hope. And, it's interesting, and I know there's a lot of artists that come that, you guys are on here. What did I do with my paintbrush?
Well, will you be selling prints of that painting?
Yeah.
Looks like it's going to be awesome.
That's a good thing. Yeah, it sure will be. Yeah, that's. I'll definitely have prints, and which is nice too, because we go to Hot Springs quite a bit, and that's such a fun town and a neat town. And they're a big horse racing thing. So I thought, when I did it, I've definitely got to bring some prints to Hot Springs just to show my friends and stuff up there, because it's just, it's such a horse racing sort of culture. And I don't know, it's fun to share that kind of stuff. But,
yeah.
But yeah, so that's going on next weekend. And actually, if you're in the DFW area, and you're looking for a fun time, that's actually going to be a really fun time. I think tickets are like $100 to go to.
Yeah, and it's a dinner thing. I think you have to RSVP. But yes.
Oh yeah. So
if you're in the area, and
but it's just like 97% of all the funds raised or something go right to the chair. I mean, very little of it actually goes for the
And you've done this before? You do it every year? Or?
Well, I work with different epilepsy foundations all over the country, and this one's really nice because it's right here.
Have you done it before here?
Yeah, I've worked with them once before, and I've worked with the Dallas one. I think.
I don't know if you've worked with Fort Worth. Well,
I
don't know.
I think
they blend together.
I may not have.
The Epilepsy Foundation, I've noticed around the country, is hands down one of the most organized
organizations.
I mean, it's just fantastic. Like, I mean, everybody's got their ducks in a row when you deal with them, and the funds. You see what the funds do for the people that they're meant to. I mean, they have kids camps, and I love the Epilepsy Foundation's great. They have it together.
And it's so cool too. I mean, I know most things people talk about with me are the visual impairment thing, but honestly, harder for me, at least for me, I think, was the epilepsy, because the vision thing, you learn how to adapt, and I keep getting pain everywhere. It's weird.
It's a hot mess over there.
I'm telling you, you learn to adapt, and you've adapted. And there's good days and bad days and all that fun stuff. But with the epilepsy, until you kind of get a certain mindset, and even after that, it's like a thief or a monster that's always there, that's always ready to pounce. But my goodness. But.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of your first paintings was of a depiction of how you felt whenever you were having a seizure.
Yeah.
Focal seizure?
I guess.
Yeah.
Is that the name of it?
Probably. It was close
I'm sure asked me if that was a kind of seizure.
I'm the local historian of John's artwork. I know every single name. In fact, I've probably named half of them. But yeah, it was a painting of a close-up of an eye with like people screaming in it.
Yeah.
It was called focal seizure. And
Ugh.
Well, I gotta tell you, this week I've been having a little bit of trouble with the epilepsy. It hadn't been that. I mean, it's kept me from painting a little bit, which for me is
it's cool.
A bad thing. Well, thank you. I mean, it's crazy because
if I'm having part, but this part.
Oh, if I'm having too much trouble with the epilepsy, I can't really paint too much or like during it, because it's all skewed. Like everything, what I think I'm doing isn't really what I'm doing, and it turns out skewed. And I've done some paintings like that, and they're abstract paintings. In reality, in my mind, they're very realistic until I'm done with it, and I go back and feel what I did. And you're like, oh, it's almost like something's been shattered with glass or something.
Mm-hmm.
But oh my goodness, yeah. So it's just been kind of a weird thing, and then, yeah, it's been a
How
odd
did
week.
do you have any paintings that you finished when you were having?
I do.
A lot of epilepsy.
Actually, I have one that's here, and it's around here somewhere.
That might
Is it
be.
the woman one?
Yeah, it's a woman.
And you did it during seizures?
No, well, I did it after. Whenever you're out of a seizure, it's called post-ictal,
Yeah.
and I did it so your brain is starting to calm down, but it's still, the waves aren't quite right yet. And I've done a few. I did myself of me, part gorilla. And,
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
one.
oh, thank you. And I did this one, and it's the only one I have. It's not even on the website. I'm just kind of held on to it because every post-ictal one I've done is sold, so I don't have any except for this one. And I thought, well, and they're hard to do because you have to wait until you're just out of seizure, but you're good enough that you can function better, and then so it's a hard window.
I don't know where that painting is.
Well,
Can
can you paint when you're having seizure activity, John?
No, well, like I said, I can't really because everything's skewed. Like you end
Yeah, I
up,
just wondered how that.
it looks like it's all fractured. I mean, I can't if I'm having a tonic
Right.
with grandma,
Right.
but it was weird though. This and I hesitate to mention this, but our cousin that's in the hospital right now, and going to see him, and just, oh my goodness, he's I don't know, it was a hospital that I was in before, and I remember being there.
Cook's Children.
Yeah.
Cook's
Or whatever.
Children's
one of those.
Center,
And,
Medical Center in Dallas or something.
my goodness,
Oh.
I just wanted to pick him up and take him home with me.
Mm-hmm.
Bless his heart. But he's just incredible. Oh my goodness. But it just makes me think of the amazing people in my family, though. Honestly, I haven't. It's just there's so many incredible people. But it makes me want to work on a painting of my grandfather, though, that I keep putting off and I keep wanting to do, and I really want to do it, but I'm so worried about making a bad painting. And I mean, you shouldn't fear your art. You shouldn't not do it. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like I got one go to get the painting of my grandfather, Papa. That I've hesitated. I keep thinking, oh, if you wait, maybe it'll get better. And then, I don't know. After this week, it makes me really want to do it.
Well, and Bailey's named after Daddy. Maybe that's.
Oh yeah. I swear that kid, man, the strongest people. He's just incredible, just incredible. But
That's turning out really well. Now, are you gonna add color to it, or?
yeah, I'm gonna. I don't know what yet. Trying to get more of the paint on the canvas and on me, or on the right part of the canvas. I have little dots here and there. I think I get it on my hands and it start
Right.
touching, and that's not good. But oh, what time is it? I wonder if we ought to do an art news or a.
It is
or a game or
7:40.
something. Oh my goodness, we should.
Time flies when you're having fun.
I'll tell
That's
you.
looking pretty cool.
Well, thank y'all. I can work on it more. Do you want to do an art news and then give something away a little bit?
If you would like me to, absolutely.
Oh well, I haven't heard the art news. I haven't heard the news this week.
Oh gosh,
Good news
I'm
to
so
you.
I'm so ill prepared, people. I'm gonna put that out there. All right.
What do you mean?
I don't know. You'll see.
Okay.
It'll be news to you.
Yeah.
Welcome to Art News. All right, so in Art News, we are going. For those of you that have not heard, emojis are now part of the MoMA in New York. Okay, the original set of 176 emojis that were first developed for cell phones back in 1999 now have a place in contemporary artistic,
Good
in
grief.
an artistic place. So, which is funny because they're everywhere. I mean, people use. I mean, they were. I think they were first made popular by teenagers because they would obviously in secret code communicate with each other because their parents didn't know what they were saying. But now they are at the MoMA. So just to give you kind of a look at the original 176, this is what they look like. Now you
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're super pixelated.
Is there one for the mall? Since teenagers did it, surely there's a mall emoji.
I don't think there's a mall emoji. I haven't looked at them in depth, but I can tell you there's not one that looks like a pile of poo. I've looked for that.
Have you?
Well, yeah, that's like a popular one
Are
now.
you going to send that to someone? Am I the someone? What do you get that one for?
No, it's just like that's what I mean, I don't know. Anyway, it's funny because like nowadays emojis are so popular that like Jack and I were at the fair recently and they sell plush emojis.
Oh,
and the most popular one is of
pile of poo.
poo.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, which I think originally they said was pudding, but it's not. It's
not.
it's poo.
Everyone knows it's poo.
Everyone knows
You're
it's
not kidding
poo.
anybody.
It's teenagers.
It's not poo. I just sent you pudding.
Right. Exactly. So, and then another interesting thing that
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I hate to break into it. I'm sorry, but I have to say, one of my things with our friends with emojis, because I don't get them sometimes because they come across as characters, is that is the heart symbol. And for some reason, the context, and I don't know what the context really was, I can't remember, but I thought it was balls.
What?
B-A-L-L-S, balls. And I was so confused because somebody would say like, "Oh, John, I really love this," and then heart. I thought they were saying like balls. And I was like,
it was the greater than in 3, like that made a heart, but it's not an emoji. It
was a content, like somebody said something about something. I don't know if it's like something get neutered or like I'm gonna get my like oh poor guy, and then the heart maybe, and I thought it was like balls.
You mean
something? So I thought it was like
because it comes across written, right?
Yeah,
so
it comes across as the characters. So it's saying. Let's resign 3 or whatever, and I'm thinking like this, and I'm trying to put it in my mind. I thought, oh, dog getting neutered, must be must be ball.
Oh
well, what was funny about it is that so this became an inside joke with my roller derby team, and so anytime we would message across the group, instead of saying heart to each other, we'd say balls.
They would just type out balls, or they were like, oh, I really like your thing, John, balls.
Balls. Anyway.
So feel free to put that on Facebook if you ever
want to balls to you.
Little private joke for it.
Okay, so in other news, there is a sprawling installation in New York of different houses. They're abandoned houses that have been brought to life, literally.
Oh God!
All of this is supposed to be sort of Halloween inspired, but they're abandoned houses, and they have been amorphosized. And it's an installation called Breathing Lights by Adam Frelin. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know. But if you if you look at the description of this video, I'll send a link to the documentary. But basically, in these buildings, and in the whole I should scoot over. In the whole neighborhood, like the building is abandoned. I mean, and probably like a slew of them are. But as you drive by on the street, these buildings will the lights will kind of go on and off. Just dim and
pulsate.
Yes, yeah. So it if you sit there and watch it for a while, if you watch this video, they kind of look like they're breathing. So cool. And I just thought it was like that's so Halloween. That's so weird.
So and breathing or breathing?
Breathing.
Breathing. Balls.
Breathing.
Balls. Yeah, that's what made me think of it.
So anyway, I'm a huge installation art fan, and I just thought that was kind of cool because it's just so creepy, yet I don't know. Giving life to these inanimate objects, I think, is kind of crazy.
That is weird.
So anyway, that's weird. And
people live in these houses?
No, they're completely abandoned. And a lot of the houses might be abandoned, so it's kind of a rundown neighborhood or something.
I hate to be a naysayer, but so many homeless people. It's like they could move people into them rather than.
Yeah, you'd think.
Well, they might be bad. I mean, they may be derelict houses.
Well, I wouldn't want to live in a living house.
I mean, it's easy to put in lights, but the house may still be. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, and so lastly, I thought because it's Halloween weekend, we could talk about the art of pumpkin carving. All right.
Oh.
So basically where the history of this pumpkin carving concept comes in. It was originally turnip, and I'm people probably know this from like grade school. Who knows? Yes, who knows? But it originally was of turnips and gourds, and they were set on porches and in windows to welcome deceased loved ones.
Gross.
But also to act as protection against any bad spirits. So, and they would burn lumps of coal inside as a source of light. They were later replaced by candles. But in looking this up, I came across this company called Maniac Pumpkin Carvers. They're located in Brooklyn, and let me give you an idea of what they do. So this is a professional company that carves pumpkins, and if you go to their website, they've got a lot of videos, and they do.
How cool!
Yeah, it's super cool. They do professional carvings for you can put your logo on it for decoration, advertising, or they do classes. They do demonstrations. I think recently they did one in Central Park. And the intricacy on these carvings is just wicked cool. So again go to the links in the description, and you'll see just how cool all of that is. So
I like that wicked cool.
Well,
it's wicked smart.
wicked smart.
You said it was originally pumpkins. Their origin was to welcome deceased.
Yeah.
Or to scare away bad. What if your deceased one was a bad person? Looks like they would get mixed in.
Sounds like Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving get together with the family.
That's why Thanksgiving was in the
Anyway, so
isn't that one cool?
Yeah,
what
they're
is that?
they're pretty awesome.
Looks like maybe souls.
Well, it's a bunch of who is that artist that does all like the figures?
Dead souls.
Oh my gosh, it's a famous artist. One of my friends has a tattoo on her shoulder. It's contemporary art where
looks like dead souls or something.
The figures that are just kind of like blocked out, kind of, but they're like either marching or they're like all intertwined. I don't know. You know what?
Contemporary, like somebody alive now?
Yes, I believe so. I don't know. If somebody out there recognizes that artist, put it on the chat. Because it's going to drive me nuts.
I see dead people.
Otherwise, I'll put it in the description. So, anyway, that's art news. Thanks for tuning in.
That's interesting.
Well, cool. Well,
Very interesting. Where do you find this stuff?
I should also mention that I love your bracelet.
Thank you. Uncle Joe gave me this.
Oh, nice.
Well,
how long ago? I think I remember seeing it on you. A while back. Gorgeous.
Thank you.
Well,
all right. So what are you doing over there?
Well, right now I'm letting it dry a little bit. What I did is I went ahead and painted the background white a little bit, but it has a slight variation. I don't know if you can tell. So it's a little bit of gray here and there.
Oh yeah, it looks
okay, yeah.
Cloudy.
And the only reason that's not the way it's going to look, but I wanted to give it a variation so that I'm probably going to go in with a paint knife. But before that, I'm going to go in with a wash, like maybe I'm not sure what color, and I'm thinking yellow because the face is going to be very brightly colored.
What about orange for Halloween?
No? Yeah, orange could work. I'm wondering because I'm going to have some blues and reds and different colors, green in there, and then maybe some purple going through. So little hints of purple, and a little bit of hints of purple might really make the yellow pop a little.
Yeah.
That's why I was thinking that, but I put a little smoky underneath that, so when I do the wash isn't going to be just a solid color. It'll have a little variation built in, and then when I go in with a paint knife, the parts the paint knife that I don't paint with a knife, will still have that little bit of difference, just a slight difference. Like you won't even be able to tell. I think once the paint's down. I mean, if you really look for it, you might be able to, but you know.
How did you come up with that idea?
Yeah, how did you come up with that idea?
Which idea? The smoky idea?
I'm thinking Jackie.
Skull.
I'm thinking Jackie must have been
I thought you meant the skull thing.
Yeah, how'd you come up with that idea?
Like, well, I had a dirty brush, and I thought, hey, why not go with it? I was like, hey, Jackie, what do you think what do you think would be a good thing to do for the theme tonight? Something like a paint that. And she's like, well, whatever you do, don't paint a skull, because that'd be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, skull, that's it.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly how it went down.
No, she was like, oh, yeah, a skull would be cool.
Well,
you're
trying to incorporate death, Halloween, but something general, because
Yeah. How'd you come up with the Indian head, the nickel?
I was originally going to do a buffalo skull, and then I got on the thinking buffalo nickel, Indian buffalo nickel, cowhead with the buffalo nickel. So but also on the buffalo nickel though, or in the buffalo, actually on the dollar too, it was put back like in 2002 or 2004, and it has the word liberty put on it. So on the painting, which can you go to the close up?
Yeah.
Have liberty written where it would be, so that on it it'll have that, and then but it's all going to be brightly colored and stuff, so you won't really notice it unless you want to look for it, or accidentally. But,
Nice.
Cool, John.
So it has so much color and whatnot. I was thinking about the game. I think I messed up. I did all the questions on the game.
Yeah.
But I don't have them on my pad.
You want me to read them out loud?
Yeah, you might have to read them to yourself.
Okay, that's fine.
You
I
might
can
have
do
to
that. Well, I should say really fast, a few other people chimed in. Barb was watching. She went to a movie, though. She had some plans. Sam's watching from work.
Oh, yeah.
Which...
Hi, Sam.
Yeah. Hey. And we talked about hair earlier, so you might have to backtrack the video. But, yes. So... yes, and then Valerie shared with us the poop emoji.
Oh,
so,
nice.
for anybody out there.
I want to see that one.
I want to see that. So, and to give you some insight into like John's reasoning for doing the skull and how that came about was I was looking up, obviously we're preparing for this episode, but I was looking up some like weird facts about Halloween, and I saw that in ancient Roman records, tribes located in today's Germany would wear costumes of animal heads and skins to connect to spirits of the dead for the holiday. So anyway, I was looking at like all that stuff, and I was like, hey, you should paint a skull.
Well, Indians, didn't they wear like skins of animals, their spirit animal? And
all those people. It's crazy.
Well, I wonder for the game, should I go try to get the questions, or you just
No, I can read them. I can read them out. I have to read them out loud anyway.
Well, that cuts my whole part out.
You can stand there and look pretty.
Okay, I'll just keep painting.
Okay, so I'm going over to game.
So, guys, on the game this week. Oh yeah, you want to do the game then?
Are you ready? Should I go?
Yeah.
Am I doing it? Okay.
Drastic.
Well, guys, the game this week, it's all Halloween themed, and I won't be reading the questions. Jackie will, because I forgot to put them on my device. Still trap up here.
Slam
But
shut.
yeah, what?
I said slam shut.
Yeah, mine's still strapped, slam shut. Oh my goodness. So if you wouldn't mind reading those.
Question 1.
Oh, here we go.
Bum, bum, bum.
What I wanted to say, the 5th question though is going to be the special question.
Yes.
Where so go ahead and play along on the 5th question though. If you want to put your answer in, then whoever gets it right, we'll put those names in a hat and we'll draw some art. See?
Yes. Okay. Question 1. Jack-o'-lanterns were first carved out of apples before pumpkins became today's standard.
And there's a picture with each one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Picture. Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know which is scarier.
So if you guys were listening during the news, you might know the answer to this one.
Yes. Well,
What
is this true false? Is this how this is playing out?
Oh, it's true false. It's definitely it's.
Not going to the crowd for answers. I'm going to go with true. What do you think?
True.
True. I'm going to go with true.
That they were first carved out of apples?
Well, I mean, or gourds.
No, it's false. You even said in your thing it was turnips and potatoes.
Oh, then it's false. Then it's false.
I don't remember
Sorry, I forgot
that.
about turnips.
I don't remember turnips and apple. I don't remember that in the news.
Oh, well.
Yep.
If you did, you would have done better on this quiz. You would have got that
If
first.
you had been paying attention.
Really?
Okay, I'm going to go with false. It wasn't apples. It was...
We already did
turnips.
No, I didn't say true.
No,
You did too.
one. Okay, nice try.
All right, question 2. Oh, so what? The answer is what? What is it officially?
False.
It's false.
Okay,
It is false. It was,
What is the
it was
answer?
turnips and potatoes.
false.
Turnips and potatoes. I'm
No,
Well,
boring.
turnips and
It's because
gourds.
Well, in potatoes.
What?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay.
It's a part of the world that it originated from. They didn't have any pumpkins.
Was it Ireland? Potatoes?
Yes.
I'm not gonna say.
You know,
We'll have you another
you know
question?
what?
Oh.
Halloween is more of a Celtic holiday than anything else.
Oh.
Okay, question 2.
Interesting.
Yes. The black and orange colors associated with Halloween came from the fall harvest. Orange meant strength and black meant death.
Sounds true.
And there's a picture for each one.
Oh, man, I keep forgetting about the picture.
I'm not hearing you click over there. That's
got
right.
it.
No,
Maybe I need to
I'm caught up in this.
Oh,
Okay, in the interest
it's all
of fighting
about
the
the
childhood
base.
abuse. Yes.
No trouble. Well, I didn't get that. I didn't get to see that.
Oh, here, I'll go back. In the interest of fighting the childhood obesity epidemic, I've decided to eat all the Halloween candy out. Nice. That is a problem around the house. Okay, I'm gonna. Oh gosh, see, this seems so obvious. I'm gonna say
True.
true.
What was the question? It's been so long.
The black and orange colors associated with Halloween came from fall.
Yes, true.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sorry,
Bam, one for us.
I dipped my hand in paint and I forgot what it was.
right. Question 3. Adding up costumes, candy, and decorations, the average American spends $124.03 on Halloween each year.
False.
There's a picture.
Oh,
False.
gosh, every time. Wow. I want that candy.
False.
That's the average pile of candy that we acquired.
Are you serious? That's one household?
No.
No, I was just kidding.
God.
Okay, I'm gonna say false.
False. That's
You're both right. It is false.
I know
But do you
it.
think it's higher or lower though?
It's lower than
I'm
the
gonna say
average.
higher.
I'm gonna say it's lower than the average.
Well,
because
you
I
both got it
spend
right,
more-
but
I spend
mom's
more-
right on the second. It's more
Oh,
like
it's lower?
It's more like $75, right?
Okay, that makes sense. I was just, I thought, you know.
I thought it was
No,
maybe-
I thought it was higher than 124.03.
Oh,
I was wrong. I'll
Oh,
admit
well.
it.
well, but you both you said false, so you were right.
Okay.
But which is surprising to me because the it's like the second biggest holiday in America, after Christmas,
Yeah.
and then they sell over $2 billion worth of candy alone around Halloween.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I usually
guess
spend
because-
that much. I don't have a kid, per se.
I mean, with the costume, I think costumes alone,
Yeah.
If you get 2 or 3 kids, you're buying a costume for each.
Costumes can be pretty cheap, though. I mean, like,
Yeah, that's
you know.
true.
But either
Yeah,
way.
that's
Okay. Question 4. Here we go. The jack-o'-lantern comes from Irish folklore.
Picture.
I swear, man. Every time. Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
Nice.
That's not a little
Uh,
leprechaun. What is?
Well,
it's a football. What's
Yes,
that? Yeah.
Irish.
The Fighting Irish.
Yeah, okay,
Drunk Irish, more like.
you're talking about my people.
My people, too.
I'm gonna go with yeah. It's your fault. True.
True.
False. You both say true. You're both right.
Okay.
It's very Celtic. It's a Celtic thing, and that's why the first jack-o'-lanterns were made of like turnips and potatoes and gourds and things, because they didn't have it didn't become a pumpkin until after the famine. So many
No,
Irish
but we
people came
drunk.
over
We
here.
were poor. Poor
They got
drunks.
pumpkins. That's perfect. Let's turn that into a jack-o'-lantern.
All right. So, question 5. This is the moment, people.
Of what?
I'm gonna. Well, this is the art giveaway. All right.
Ooh, can I get it?
Possibly.
Oh.
So I'm going to read the question, and from this point forward on the chat, if you answer correctly, I'm going to put your name on a Post-it, put it in the hat, pull it after we do the segment, and then we will send you free art. So, question 5. During World War II, trick-or-treating as we know it today was started as a way of distracting children from the war and cheering them up from what had historically been a grim holiday. Wow. That sucks. I don't know I have an idea of the answer to this, but I'm going to let
Well, you might as well. I mean, you've got some wrong. You can guess along.
I can guess.
Yeah, so
She's going to win an art prize.
Well, no.
I'm going to guess I'm gonna guess.
You get to
false.
mount your own art piece.
I'm gonna
saying
guess
false.
We're both saying false.
We both say false. So let me just say this.
Don't I get to get in the bucket?
Yeah, sure. I'll get in the bucket.
I'll get in the bucket.
Let's get in the bucket. Let me say this. Thanks for playing. That was the game show.
Thanks, guys. Somebody's gonna win.
Yeah. Okay. So.
I hope it's me.
Okay.
There are a lot of trues and falses.
Do you want to give us the answer?
Well, no, I don't know. I want to give people time. I just want to make sure.
Okay.
Oh, we're supposed to put people's names.
Still write in what you think it is. True or false?
You're not gonna pull a name out of the hat?
Well, I am. Can you hand me the hat really fast and I need Post-its. It's crazy in here. All right.
Say.
Yeah, and so next week we're gonna try out that new thing.
Well, I don't know the answer, so I can't pull the name.
Oh.
We gotta write the name down.
I don't know the answer of who got it right.
Oh, right. right. That's what I mean. We're waiting.
Okay, so what was it?
Are you ready?
Yes.
It is false.
False. All right.
All
right. So
actually, but the whole World War II thing, though, just to give you the little background of why during World War II there was the sugar rationing, and it killed trick or treating because they didn't have sugar to make the candy really. But after it, though, all the candy companies, when the sugar came back, exploded, and they really started pushing Halloween, and it's when they started marketing for it, and the kids and stuff started going on it. So it was after World War II that it exploded and became trick or treating the way we know it.
well, and originally I believe you were expected to do a dance routine.
John is?
No, trick or treaters.
Oh.
I'm not prepared.
That's what I was thinking on that stage.
I feel like I was caught in a dream there for a second. They're like, am I asleep? This seems like a dream. Like a nightmare.
I think you were expected to do a dance routine when you trick or treated people.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, how
Bizarre.
yeah.
Okay,
I'm
This is gonna be easy.
I know.
Too, it wasn't for children. It was the poor.
Yeah,
They'd go around and ask for food and stuff, and then you would trick or treat. It was like a way to get the goosies and goblins away and make goodwill, so they wouldn't get you.
Goodwill.
Yeah.
Well, this is an odd situation. We only had one person give the correct answer.
I did, and you did.
Well, yeah, but
You can flip a coin. Really? Wow. Well,
Valerie.
Really?
So congrats.
Well, congratulations.
You know the drill because you've won before. Email us with what medium-sized print you want us to send you, and we will do it.
Well, congratulations. That's awesome. Wow, that's the first time only it's one person.
That was easy, Valerie.
Right? If only it was that easy all the time. All right, so back to the painting. What you got over there?
Well, I'm letting it dry just a little bit. I accidentally drugged some paint. I felt it when I hit it. So I've got some yellow in the background, and I'm trying to keep it away from the bowl right now because it's still wet. It's a little humid, I guess, in here because it's not drying as fast as I like. But and I only got the heat gun because it's just so loud, But so right now I've got it blocked out with the black and I have the yellow behind it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting in washes and glazes of color in the bowl to really change it and get a nice bright look. And then behind it, I think what I'm going to do is build it up with a paint knife a little bit.
Ah, cool.
Give it some texture, some thickness, and more energy, so it feels very energetic, very light. What I might do too is go in and do a little glazing, maybe burnt sienna around the edges to give it more of a textured kind of look, more weathered. But I don't know, because when I'm going to use the paint knife, one kind of defeats the other, so
yeah.
I don't know. I'm wondering, I could just go in with the burnt sienna and yellow and golden yellows and give it more of a kind of a tanned hide sort of look. But
Interesting.
But that, I don't know, that just sounds like it's been done.
Well, we have an interesting development on the chat.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Valerie is abstaining from her winning so that everybody else in the chat that guessed can be put in the hat.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Boy's taking one for the team. Goodness.
Yeah. Well, I think she's won twice, which is awesome.
She knows that's
really sweet of Valerie.
She knows her art. Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Well,
I said she doesn't want any more of your heart.
She's like, I've been there, done that.
I was choosing to ignore you. I heard you.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna write down all these names. It's gonna take me a minute. You keep talking about your art.
Oh.
And I'm gonna write these names down.
Well, cool.
Okay.
This is an old one.
All right. So.
Well, so I'm gonna work on this a little bit more, and I'm gonna try not to pick up too much of this dark color. For some reason, it's taking a little while to dry. One thing that's kind of nice, this is sort of off topic, but I'm waiting for this to dry a little bit because I don't want to mess it up. But one of the things that I've noticed, like we've been traveling a ton, and all the paints that I paint with, to do any of my paintings, I can fit them in this little box right here. So I got this little travel box. That's why it's up here, because we've been traveling.
What is
I had
that
so
for?
much stuff in here. Huh?
What is that for?
For my traveling.
Oh.
Like I put my paints and stuff in it.
Cool.
But I used to have boxes and boxes of stuff. And of course, the easel is different, and I use different easels for different things. But this has worked out so well. And let me give you a little tip here. For anybody that wants to travel and do things, I've got like old bottles. Let me see. Here's one. This is actually dioxazine purple in here. But it's just an old ink bottle, but I'll fill it with paint because it's a nice small size, and it's a high flow paint. Now, a little bit less of a high flow paint I put in these bottles. They're really small. And then the really thick paint that I mix different mediums in, I put in these tubs. So I'll have, for some of the paints that I use a lot, I'll have 3 of the same color, but they have different mediums mixed in for whatever I want to do. If I want to work with a paint knife, I have that ready. If I need a high flow, transparent sort of paint, I've got it in these bottles. And if I need a high flow but more opaque, I've got it in these bottles. That way I can go from one to the other, and it's really quick. And then when you get to the studio, you don't have to spend a lot of time mixing. You've kind of done all that in one time. Sort of like if you're a chef in a kitchen, if you pre-make some of your ingredients. You get some of the stuff you use a lot, you make a bulk of it, and then you can just pull it out when you need it. And that's what I got there, and you can just put little bits of it. Like I know if I'm traveling, if I'm going somewhere, roughly the kind of painting I might be doing when I'm there, so I bring what I need. And it really works out. It's been incredible because I used to bring like a suitcase full of paints.
You were like a diva.
Yeah.
When we traveled,
like
it was ridiculous.
Whenever you travel somewhere and you're the person with the steamer trunk and all the cartload full of
I know.
bags.
I'm such a light traveler. I hate packing a lot of stuff and traveling with a lot of bags. And when John and I travel together, it's like
he's
clearly the super.
But what's funny though is like in there I might have a pair of pants and a shirt, and then the rest is art stuff.
Well, that's true. Okay, so I got all the names in the hat.
Woohoo!
Are we doing this? Let's
the
do this.
second drawing of the night. This is unprecedented.
Mm-hmm. Bam.
Well, cheers to Valerie. How
you
sweet.
Wanna pull it? It's being pulled. So everybody that gave a guess to the quiz got put in the hat. Ozzer Muse, which I know I'm not pronouncing that right, and I know you've told us your name on the chat, but your name has been pulled. Boop, boop, boop.
Woo,
I
winner.
don't know if you can see that, but let me repeat that. So you have won a medium-sized print of something of John's art. So you can go to the website, pick a painting you like, and then email bramblet@gmail.com, and we will send you the medium print of the image that you like. So
yeah, and if you want to print
Ozzer
of this,
Muse was the winner.
that's awesome.
So
And if you want to print of this one,
everybody.
we'll have this on the website as well, and whenever it's done.
Yeah.
So what time is it now? What time is it getting to be?
8:11.
8:11. Well, guys, I don't think this is going to dry that much more. I mean, for me to be able to paint on it, in I don't know, it's probably taking the 15, 20 minutes. Because I don't know what it is. It's really humid in here or what, but it's a little dry here, but it's still kind of runny. So
you can't go over it with any more paint?
Well, not really. I did over here and I had to correct it because I got a little mushy. But this is one of the things too. Like I know when I paint, so that's my medium. It's what I do when I draw. I'm painting. Even my drawings are painting. Like the drawings you can touch and feel. It's all a tactile sort of thing. And that's one of the things we're hoping like next week. Maybe if we can get some people in here that sketch, that draw. I don't know. I'm just curious. I love being in a room where people are working on stuff. To ask them, Like I just did a workshop with some homeschool children. Oh, and then I did a late night at the Dallas Museum of Art as well, where we're in there and people are drawing and sketching. And I was in the galleries there, and I was around some paintings. And it was in a gallery that I'd never been. I didn't know any of the paintings. And people would describe the artwork, and I would try to sketch it out on these foam pads, because you can feel whenever you make a mark on them, it makes an indentation. You can touch and feel it. And it was so cool, because I would try to draw with what they were describing to me, and we were doing really well. People were good at description. But then other people would draw things, and since they were using foam pads too, I could touch and feel it. And it's just so cool to see the workings of their people's minds, how they put things together. And
yeah.
So I'm hoping we'll get some artists in here next week or really soon, and so we'll have more sketches, we'll have more things to look at, see other people's takes on things. It might be fun.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things are art parties. And we have an art party, and you get people and just hearing. So the idea, and let us know if you think this is a bad idea, or thumbs up if you think it's a good idea. But what we're hoping to do is have the normal sort of show where we'll have some techniques really pinned down, so we can show like, hey, you try this. We heard about this, and try to show some things that are interesting. And if you guys hear about some things, send them to us or mention them during the show. We'll do the art news. We'll do an art giveaway, and we'll do that for about an hour. And then after that, we'll just sort of loosen things up, and it'll just sort of be an after party, hanging out in the studio where things are really loose, and we can chat about whatever we want. We can, if we have the model here, they can do different poses. If you have ideas, if you want to sketch from home, and you have some ideas for like the model or a different theme, let us know, and we'll tell the model like, hey, somebody says, can you sit back in the chair again? If you're working on something, you're like, I really like the chair thing, I want another 10 minutes for the chair, then we can ask the person to do that. And then you can sketch. We can move the cameras around. But one of the things, though, is it's hard to get that sort of, interaction with models and other artists, and I know for us it is. We're really into art, just like you guys. And so I'm hoping to just make it where it's accessible to everybody. Yeah.
So that'll be fun. That'll, if you're watching from home and you're wanting to sketch a live model, you can tune into the channel.
And it's live. So, like I say, if you want the model to move or you want something different, it's live. So you can say, hey.
And if we can't get a model that week, we'll send John to the stage.
Yeah, we'll see about
that. It'll be
see
nice.
About that. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. I've got to polish my gamesmanship on my being able to read my questions.
Oh. But anyway, so...
Good job on the game, by the way, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
It was nuts.
It was nice.
Well, I just want to...
Mom's mad her name didn't get put in the hat.
I am. I'm pouting. I know. It would have been a job when I pulled my own name, wouldn't it? That's okay. I'll just get all the prints I want.
I know. I was going to say.
I'm pretty sure you got an in.
I think Mom knows where the print room is.
I do.
Well, guys, I just wanted to remind everybody to be sure and subscribe to the channel, like the video. Also go to the Facebook and friend or follow John. That's how we get a lot of the word out when we're doing shows and all of that. Again, if you're interested in the group, the art group that we're gonna do, then friend John, and we're gonna send out a message and all that fun stuff. So mostly thanks for tuning in, and please like and subscribe.
Yeah, and thank you guys honestly so much, because I feel like we're the core group here, and it's just so much fun. We're here in the studio anyway, and we thought it'd be fun. And it's really cool. And we thought maybe we might get 6 people to watch. And we upload the videos to different places, and we've been getting around 1,000 to 1,500 views a week on these things we do. And it's just us core group. So we have so many people that are watching us talk and chat, guys. It's ridiculous. It's so cool. And it's just starting. I mean, we're just starting this thing. And
Uncle Joe said, show the painting one more time.
Oh.
So
I'll hold it up a little further.
What happened to the technique of the week?
Oh, well, I'm going to need to do that. This week I just wasn't feeling that great. And
I miss Jack on it more than...
Oh, I know. Yeah. So this is where it is now, but we're going to add a lot more color and texture. And I will post this. I'll have it as a finished painting by Monday. For sure. We'll have it on fast. Drastic Art Measures fast. And... it may be a little bit different because the way we have the camera coming in, I couldn't hook the GoPro up on there, so we're going to re-edit the fast a little bit different this week. Yeah. It'll make it different. That'll be cool.
It'll be good, but again, thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Yeah, and everybody save some candy for me.
Ooh, candy.
Have a happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
That's so cute. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you, baby.